Hi, I'm Oscar
And I'm Isla Patterson.
and today we're researching the trial by Stephen Berkoff.
Stephen Berkoff's style of theatre is very much surrounded by the emphasis of physicality, for example, facial expressions, exaggerated miming. His pieces often explore the alienation, human condition and identity, whilst aiming to use as minimalist props as possible, as he feels that the human body should be creating the performance, not the props.
Berkoff's pieces often contain elements of physical theatre, total theatre and expressionism, and he believes actors' bodies should convey a story and not using the costumes or the props.
So Oscar, what were your first thoughts on the play when you read or watched it for the first time?
When I first looked over the play, I definitely noticed that there are a lot of opportunities for people to add their own flair to the show. I've always been interested in dance, so I feel like I can use this previous experience to make strong movement pieces. A lot of scenes are quite difficult to understand, but I'm excited to continue working on the scenes that I find confusing, and I'm interested to learn more about the play. What clips, companies and directors do you plan to use to enhance your characters?
So I've had a look at what influenced Berkoff, and Stanislavski, Arto, Brecht, especially Brecht, have very much influenced Berkoff. I have been looking on Digital Theatre Plus for screenings of the play, and I've just been analysing my character, seeing what I can snatch from the performance. I've also looked at King Edward's School on YouTube and their adaptation to it, because of course we're a college. I just wanted to see more realistic ideas that we could use to enhance our performance. Evening, Joseph.
This is an example of mime, often done in an over-exaggerated way to show to the audience what the character is doing without the use of props. Still working, Mrs. Gruber?
There's a lot to do.
I should apologise for this morning. Those men coming in.
Didn't bother me in the least.
She seems surprised that I mentioned it at all. This is a freeze frame which shows the difference between characters and scenes and shows when a character is stepping out of the scene. Seems to think that it's not quite right to talk about. All the more reason why I should.
This is an example of breaking the fourth wall, or as some would like to say, direct address to the audience, which Berkoff does to remind the audience that they're watching a theatrical experience.
It must have given you much more work to do, but it won't happen again.
No, it won't happen again.
Do you really think that?
Yes, Joseph. And don't take it much to heart. Lots of strange things happen in this world, and I must admit, since you've been so frank with me that I was behind the door and these two men told me a few things. Not all bad, of course. You're under arrest, but certainly not for anything criminal. You're not a thief or anything like that. Something to do with you. Something I was learned about your arrest. Am I talking stupidly, Mr. K?
No, Mrs. Gruber, no. I agree with you. I was unprepared. I didn't want to speak about it. But I'm glad we're in agreement. Let's shake on it.
Don't take it much to heart.
This is an example of comedy in which Berkoff loved to add into his plays to make the audience laugh and have a bit of a giggle.
I had no idea I was taking it to heart. Is Miss Bursner in?
No. She's at the theatre. Should I get her a message for you?
No, I just wanted to apologise for those men searching her room today.
Oh, there's no need. Everything's all put back all nice and tidy. After all, I must keep the house respectable.
Respectable? If you want to keep the house respectable, you can start by giving me my notice.
Oh, Joseph, you know I never give you notice. You've known me too long. Don't say such a thing.
Berkoff often liked to use over-dramatisation to emphasise a key message or key moment happening within the play. I'm free, but I'm under arrest.
Don't arrest you for nothing.
Hello Isla.
Hi, Oscar.
So what have you learnt from today that we can bring to the trial?
Well, I've learned that Berkoff loves mime, and it's so important to over-exaggerate your character. Berkoff often refers to our bodies as being art and us being the artists. So I feel we can always be a blank canvas to paint our characters on. I also believe that even the way that you look at the audience could tell a whole story, which is why naturalistic techniques is also very important, although Berkoff can be very unnaturalistic.